Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this time around we're going to take this little mouse um, and we're going to rig his tail. Okay, we've already created the joints, just a fairly simple joint chain, and I've created a couple of controllers just to speed the process up a bit, and I've frozen the transforms on them. So to create the actual tail, once again we'll be using clusters, and a IK spline handle. So let's get stuck into it. Um, I'll actually hide the little mouse for now, and we'll come in nice and close here. I've actually parented this to the root, the tail one. I just selected and parented it. So what we're going to do is go skeleton, create IK spline handle, cool, and we'll go from right up close here up to the tip, and we'll give that a name. We'll call this tail IK handle. Now if we actually hide the, just to show you guys, if I hide the joints, I come into here and I right click and actually I'll go into sub-object mode first, grab this, and now you'll see those little points. Those little pink points are important. That's what we got to add our cluster to. I don't tend to grab the very first one at the base of the tail. I go one up, and then I go deform cluster, and I'll just do all of these. So I'll grab the next one and the next one, and I'll do it one more time, grab the bottom one too. So I've got 4 clusters here. I'll just name these quickly. I'll call this tail cluster 1. So I'm just going to copy that so I don't have to keep typing it. And this one, tail cluster 2, tail cluster 3, and finally tail cluster 4. Okay, so I've got 4 clusters. Alright, now what's important here is each cluster you need to turn off being relative. So over here in the attribute editor, come across to your cluster shape. Here it is, tail cluster, sorry, not the shape, tail cluster 1. Make that relative. Okay, and you can grab cluster 2, make that one relative, cluster 3 relative, cluster 4 relative. Okay, next what you want to do is take each of these clusters and group them to themselves. So I'll go Control G and Control G, Control G and Control G, and I'm gonna once again name that cluster. Actually, I'll just call it tail. Actually, I will call it tail cluster 1 group, tail cluster 2 group, tail cluster 3 group, one more time, 4 group. Okay, so that's great. Relatives on for those, great. Now we want to parent constrain the group to the root. So we'll grab this one here. Actually, before we do that, we're going to grab the actual cluster 1. We want to do a point constraint. So when this control here, this one here should move that little cluster. Okay, so basically grab the control, the tail control, and then you want to come down and open up the group and grab your first cluster. There we go. And you want to go constrain. This will be a point constraint like that. So then when I grab this, it moves with it. Okay, so do that for all of them. So I'll grab that one, I just hit G, grab that one. This is number 3. G, number 4, number 4. So they should all be yes. And I could probably turn on the joints just so as you can see that. Good, they're all working. Fantastic. Okay, so next up what we want to do, I'm just going to close these now, my groups. Next up what we want to do is parent constrain the group, each of these groups to the root. Here's our root. So parent constrain them. So you need to select this, grab the root, grab this one, parent constrain, constrain parent, and then we'll try the next one. Just hit G, G, and G again to repeat it. So I should be able to move this one up and down. And then finally what you need to do is constrain the root to our control as well. So grab the control, shift select the root, and go constrain parent. So now that should all move up and down together. It does. Great. And these will move individually. Okay, good. So if I wanted to now, I could probably turn on our little character again, the little mouse, and I could quickly skin him if I wanted to. So I grab that root, shift select the mesh, and just go skin, bind skin, and he should move with it. Yes, he does. And these ones will all move individually. Good. Fantastic. Okay guys, thanks for watching.